Going on to you crabs out there, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, which is you crabs, and the King of Wands. Let me show it to you. So your life is even better. I was going to say back to normal, but what I really meant to say is your life is peaceful. Your life has gotten better because you understand that you can't have particular people in your life, and that you're going to have to actually, find people that are more in tune with themselves and their surroundings, their reality, instead of ignoring certain things, thinking of you crabs like y'all are weird if you start making observations. And like I said, your life is peaceful because of it. The King of Wands, you're going to be paying attention, anyone, whether it's friendship, family member wise, or romance that wants to come into your life. You're going to have to actually pay attention to them. And a lot of you crabs are going to really vet them. You're going to see if they're really fit for it. And if they're not, then you're just not going to include them in your life like that, or at all. The Page of Wands and the Two of Swords for you crabs speaks to how this is a brand new beginning. This is a brand new beginning. You feel amazing, just like how you used to when, you didn't have so much of extra responsibilities. Your friends and your family and your romantic interests and all of that have so much problems when you take on their problems. When they bring problems to you, they bring so much problems to you. Now you crabs don't have to deal with that because you are okay being by yourselves, being with a very small group of people, and you're okay with that. and that's okay. That's more than enough, actually. That's okay. A lot of you very much so are in a position where you crabs get to do whatever it is that you want. And that's the power of it. That's the power of having internal peace. That's the power of it. You crabs don't have to wonder about what it is that you're missing. You reached a very high point spiritually where you're at peace. You don't really need a whole lot. You good, right? Because you good. Everything around you is good. You good, right? You don't need food in your cupboards. You don't need a new tank of gas. You don't need this, that, and the third. You don't need that because you already got it covered. Everything is taken care of. So this is a time where you can just afford to sit back and relax. And this is the time that you crabs are in right now. See, the missing link was this person in your life that wanted to ruin the relationship that you were developing with yourself and yourself, or the divine, whatever you want to call it, the relationship that you were building with yourself. Because here you crabs getting into a relationship with yourself, and here this person comes trying to be like, hey, let's be in a relationship, let's find out what we got going on. And it didn't even last for that long. Obviously you crabs are just like, no, you hung out with them for a second time, or maybe how many times you hung out with them, right? They said that they've changed, or they acted like they've changed, and that change didn't even last for a very long time. You realize that they didn't learn anything. And now you crabs have your peace. So whenever it is that me inside of my own imagination envision you crabs, I just envision y'all having your own place, regardless of if it's rented, doesn't matter. Regardless of if it's a house that you own, it doesn't matter. This is more so about you, I don't know, being like a farmer, and I can speak to that because I raise chickens and other animals and stuff like this, in my yard, in my house when I was a a little one along with my peoples. Had like a chicken farm. Used to feed them bird seed, right? Chicken seed, bird seed, like regular safe bird seed. Anyway, I loved it back then. But that's my point, though. This is literally my point. It's peaceful. You doing whatever you want to do. See, a lot of you misinterpret some of the things that I be saying in my readings. A lot of you don't understand what I'm really getting at. Some of you get it, but some of you don't understand. What I'm trying to say is that you crabs are good. Y'all are in a position where y'all are good. Y'all need nothing or very little. Y'all are good. Y'all have peace. Things are going in the direction that you want. You're getting the things that you want to get done. There's not a whole lot of obstacles in your way. You just have to watch out for people that will come into your life and essentially mess it up. When I think of you crabs, I think of you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You have internal peace. You're staying in your own home, and that home is heaven. Now, personally, in you, it's heaven. But that home that you have, whether it's rented or not, I'll have to say that because I don't want people to trip out. Regardless of whether if it's rented or not, you good. That home is also your heaven as well. You good. You get to do whatever you want. Be whoever it is that you want. You can do whatever you want. And because of it, again, the sun and the two of wands, it's like, I'm going to say something and it may sound wild, but it's like the childhood that you crabs never got to have. It's like the kind of peace right now that you crabs wanted ever since you were a youngin'. You were a young one. Young, very young. That you never had. And that, you crabs get that from your Capricorn, the opposite zodiac sign. That's what Capricorns have. Capricorns have to grow up very young. And then as they get older, if they make the right decisions and they learn from their lessons, them learning, right, and getting older, that's when they begin to live the life that they want. I know this because I have both you crabs and plenty of Capricorn in my chart. And I know what it feels like not essentially doing anything that you want. Yeah, some things, yes, I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Yes, some things that I want, yeah. My situation, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. My situation was better than some and worse than others. I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem like my situation was terrible. I grew up like Mike Tyson. I lived in an abandoned building, or I didn't live in an abandoned building, but played in abandoned buildings, stuff like this. I'm not going to sit up here and say that. But what I am going to sit up here and say, it was rough. People gave me a rough time when I was a kid. They talked about they talked about Trinidad, which is my birthplace. They talked about how ugly, right, the flag was because of the colors and everything like that. My skin tone, how disgustingly gross my hair was because it was curled and all this other type of stuff. I have a curl pattern, all of those types of things. And now as I got older, what happened? It's the same thing with you crabs. Things got better because now I have the money. I'm older, so people ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a little one anymore. So there's no telling me what I can and can't do. So now I have the freedom, I have the money. As long as I'm budgeting myself out, I'm good. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Right? Same thing with you. You get to have the childhood that you always wanted, but you never had. And the Nine of Wands represents how a lot of you crabs, right? A lot of you crabs are in a situation where for you, And now you have a peace of mind. Because the Nine of Wands can represent a troublesome mind, but not in this reading. The Three of Wands and the Four of Wands, you look forward to the future. You actually look forward to being alive for a very long time and enjoying your life. You look forward to that. Instead of, when you were a young one, you crabs was probably like, oh, how long I gotta live all this time? That's a long time. Now you crabs are like, yeah, yeah. You're hopeful. You can actually, you crabs put yourself in a position where, and you have that peace where you crabs are like, yeah, I can do this for how many umpteenth time. When it's my time to go, it's my time to go, but I'm good. I can do this. So again, like Pisces, creating that connection with the divine, right? Some of you could even be celibate around this time. But the point is creating that connection with the divine. So let's clarify the Four of Wands. Chariot, which is crabs. You crabs showed up. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, the Justice, and then you have the 2 of Pentacles. Chariot and the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you may find someone in the future. Maybe not. But you still have peace, though. 2 of Cups, the Justice. Something that you should have always had. 2 of Pentacles. In the future, obviously, but generally, in the future, obviously, some things are going to get in the way of that peace. But generally, your life is moving in a calmer direction. Consistently. That's it. That's it. Subscribe. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Really appreciate y'all.